And when I wake up,
What's up, See That Geekers? It's your boy, Glenn Malone, coming to get another video. Yes, it is that time for It's All the MCU or Not video podcast where I'm not showing my face, JB's not showing her face, and we have the beautiful Vanna White Tony Cash showing his face. That we're going to have a fantastic show today. We got a lot of different things we're going to talk about. Bob Iger, Black Panther, Good or Bad the Ugly, Hemsworth, is he going to actually be Thor again? Silk, coming to Amazon. What? Spider-Man animated series, is it a danger or not? But it's actually not going to be anymore. We're going to explain that right here on the show. So we got a lot of different things we're going to talk about. So grab all your Marvel details, grab your comics, grab your popcorn, whatever it is that helps you enjoy Marvel. Grab it right now because we got a show that's hot off the press right now.
Complete nerve authority.
There he goes. Tony Vanna White in action, right? He's the face. He's the face of the show today. Yes, I have not fixed my technical stuff at my desk yet. I am still it's been a hell of a week. But it will be fixed. Yes, Tony's doing all the goofy shit all day. Tony, what's up, man? Because Tony told me in a text message, he said, "You're still doing the show? Hell yeah! Why would we not be still doing the show? What the hell? No.
What the hell? Technical difficulties aside.
Tony, how you been, bro?
I'm doing good, brother. Doing good. Loving, living, nerdy as can be. It is what I am. We just had Scranton Comic-Con last week. Phenomenal time. Some great vendors there. And
did you go? Did you grab some film?
I did. I didn't grab any film, believe it or not. But I did talk to one of my favorite artists, Darren Ock, who is he was a co-creator and artist for Rocco's Modern Life and for also Ren and Stimpy as well in the comic books. And phenomenal artist, great guy, Darren Ock, AUCK, phenomenal guy.
Tony, that's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
I think I actually met him too. And then over to my right, your left, JB. What's happening, bro?
What's going on?
Man, JB showed his face. He don't want to show his face on my show, but he showed his face on his video show. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. It's confusing to me. It's crazy. It's crazy, but it's understood. How you been?
I will be
JB?
showing my face a little bit later. Just not at the moment.
How you been, JB? What you been up to, bro?
Oh well, I spent my birthday sick as a dog.
Hey, man, by the way, your voice sounds so much better, dog.
Yeah.
There's some nasty flus and viruses and all that other fun stuff going around without COVID.
Oh, yeah. I was having fun struggling for breath.
Oh, yeah.
Well, congratulations being back to the living, you know what I'm saying? Or to the regular. I don't know how to say that, but congrats, I guess.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm not dead.
Glad you're not dead, brother. Because you wouldn't be able to lift 600 pounds. Yes, he did lift 600 pounds. But anyways, let's move on. Let's move on to this heavy breaking news, right? As I was looking through all the details. By the way, before I give the breaking news, let me do this. Right, I'm gonna do two things real quick. Is that I want us, the viewers, whoever's actually watching the show, just give a moment of silence for two major people that we've lost just this past week. Kevin Conroy, right?
Right.
The voice
of Batman.
Batman, the animated series. I'm 37. Yeah, the Batman. I am Vengeance, right? he passed away on Tuesday, right? And that was really hard for a lot of people. And then at around 1 a.m. in the morning, because I found out this on Twitter, right? Shout out to JB, a Twitter guy like me. I saw
never confirmed until today.
Yeah, but it was trending on Twitter. I was like, what the hell is this? So it was trending on Twitter, RIP JDF, right? Jason David Frank, the Green Power Ranger, Tommy Oliver, right?
Green Ranger, White Ranger,
the
Black Ranger.
the only individual that plays 6 Rangers. Let's put it that way, okay?
Yeah.
And obviously we have a Facebook group that put it in. Nobody heard anything. And it didn't hit us until like 10, 11 o'clock. TMZ, right? I think actually the one who broke the news, because none of the nerd channels had anything. Like, and it still was trending on Twitter, right? But the thing is, I want to say is, let's give a moment of silence for him too as well. He passed away, supposedly. I'm not going to say what he did because YouTube actually doesn't like that. But if you haven't got a chance,
set of events that coincides with mental health, unfortunately.
So if anybody here that watches the show has anything to do with mental health, hey guys, listen. At the end of the day, the best thing to do is 2 good things to do. Number 1, do your best to communicate. Number 2, have that conversation with people that you love or professionals. That's the 2 biggest things that can help you get the things that you have on your. It's funny. I need to create a whole nother show just talking about that because of the fact of my son. Like we had this, and my wife has this. Anyways, but I just really want to take a moment of silence and giving respect to the families of both of those individuals, both of those iconic,
prolific careers, like absolutely prolific.
It's funny how we had 2 iconic people that passed away from the Fox network. Like this is like they both started in the Fox network. That's crazy. Almost at the very same time. Like I think Kevin Conroy had maybe 1 season ahead of Tommy Oliver, or it might have been a couple episodes prior to that.
I believe Batman the animated series started in 92.
Power Rangers started in
93.
93. Whole year, right? Really like a season, right? That, you know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy on how that's stuff we used to watch every day. 3 o'clock or whatever time you actually watch it. But yeah, so give yourself a moment of silence and put in a prayer for their family, right? But thank you. And we're going to try to do a show to honor Kevin Conroy and honor Jason Dave Frank. Just kind of talk about our memories like we did Chadwick Boseman. Just trying to talk about our memories of what they've done and things to remember and, who they are, stuff like that. So stay tuned for that coming up real soon. But, so moving on to the main, one of the biggest topics that we're going on right now. So, I was scrolling, trying to get all the news, and I'm not even gonna pull this article up because it don't even matter. It matters, but don't matter, right? So today at 9:06 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10:06 Eastern Standard Time, we officially got the big man back. Bob Iger returns to Disney, replacing Bob Chapek. Now, look, listen. In one of the most shocking industry moves of the year, and this is in November, bro, like in November, okay? Bob Iger has retired he even took away from the chairman, right? Bob Iger found his way back to Burbank as the chief executive for Walt Disney Company late Sunday night. Disney announced Iger's return, replacing his own successor, Bob Chapek, for the foreseeable future. It's been reported that Chapek stepped down from the position as the board approached Iger to return to his role. The executive previously retired in 2020. We thank this is a quote from them. We thank Bob Chapek for his service to Disney over his long career, including navigating the company through the unforeseen challenges of the pandemic. Susan Arnold, chairman of the board, said in a statement distributed by the company late Sunday night, the board has conducted the as Disney embarks as an increasingly complex period of industry transformation. Bob Iger is uniquely solitude to lead the company through this prolific period. Get the hell out of here, Bob Chapek, and welcome back, Bob Iger. So, JB, what is your thoughts on Bob Iger coming back to Disney?
Man, you got to be down horrendous if you got replaced by the guy that you replaced.
You didn't know that? Is that news for you? That Bob Chapek was horrible?
No, it's not news for me. I'm just saying it's hilarious to think about as a prospect that you left, you retired, you were off, you rode off to the sunset, and you were just so bad. They were like, please come back and save us.
I know. So is it bad on Bob Iger or is it bad on Bob Chapek, right? Because I think a little bit of both. Granted that if you haven't heard the news, like Bob Iger was really trying to help Bob Chapek, but Bob Chapek put him to the back burner. He wouldn't have meetings with him. He wouldn't have conversation with him. He wouldn't actually do the things he needed to do, and it really caused a lot of animosity to where Iger just kind of just said, forget it, let you fall on your face. Obviously, that's what happened. But in the meantime, hey, I'm gonna come back. I know at the end of the day, I might possibly have to come back. So let me go ahead and retire, give me a little 2-year vacation, and then come right back, right? So Tony, what you think, brother?
Oh man, I find it funny that in this particular article, it kind of talks about them doing cost-cutting measures, even for the executive on the executive level as well, and the fact that saying, maybe, and just maybe, if we happen to get rid of the person that's trying to sever our legs off, maybe we can save a company.
Oh boy!
Oh boy! Here we go.
Now we're seeing it eye to eye.
Listen. Here's my thing, right? Here's my thing, okay? Is the fact of the matter, like Tony, you had some very good points, right?
Yeah.
Chapek, if you haven't heard the news, Bob Chapek was bringing it. And the only reason why, first of all, let the fans know this is very important Marvel topic because a lot of the cuts and stuff like that have transitioned into Marvel's content. And let me explain. I'll explain that to you in a minute. But however, Bob Chapek is trying to cut the legs, like Tony said, the leg from under Disney, versus try to prepare for a more successful future. Because the biggest thing is that Bob Iger's, he's the idealist that he understands that at some point you're going to lose money, right? But he knows that if you keep pushing through those moments, you're going to have high success, aka Marvel Studios, right? And I think another aspect that Bob Chapek was losing steam on was Star Wars. Star Wars was another property that they have not done anything very successful since Bob Iger has left. Okay, and so that's really hurt them. Except for Andor, I can't lie. Andor, for some people, has been a really good series, but just the fact that he hasn't done anything with that. Your Disney Plus subscription is going down. You haven't actually done anything, and on top of that, you came into this role, Bob Chapek, trying to take control from creators. And that is the wrong way of going about for Disney when their backbone is creators. Their backbone are movies. Their backbone are TV shows. Their backbone is the stuff that you see on an everyday basis. That's their backbone. It's not the park. The park is great, but it's not their backbone for the company. The backbone for the company is service and creativity. And Bob Chapek was taking that away from all the creative, including Kevin Feige, and making it very difficult working there, right? And so with having Bob Iger back, this changes the whole dynamics of the organization. Okay. Next, this is another topic that I was going to get into that there's been rumors that the animation studio is being cut, right? There's been rumors that the anime studio at Disney, and that anime studio includes everything: your Spider-Man freshman year, your Spider-Man sophomore year, X-Men '97. You guys give me another one. Those are some of the ones that are part of the animation studios that there's been rumors and rumor mills around that they are looking to cut that. Like it's not even gonna appear. Except for X-Men '97, which possibly gonna get one episode, one season, 12 episodes, and that's it. Right? So with this whole new move, talking about them getting rid of animation, or we're not gonna get Spider-Man freshman year or Spider-Man sophomore year, it's kind of mute. What you think, Tony?
Well, in all honesty, I mean, even with the acquisitions of Pixar, Marvel, Lucasfilms, 20th Century Fox, Disney Plus streaming service, there was a lot to be desired as far as the parks, the experiences, the products, the different choices that were made. And unfortunately, I mean, that's the head of the snake. And I mean, there it is. He is the chairman of the board. Now, as far as that,
who's the chairman of the board?
For as far as like for Bob Chapek, he was a
CEO.
Yeah, so he was the CEO. So he's in charge of everything as far as direction is concerned. But he has a lot of say as far as what happens and what goes on. Now, apparently, when he had talked to the board, he had said that. Oh man, I'm trying to read through the article a little bit. I'm sorry. He had notified company executives of a new series of cost-cutting measures, including layoffs, targeted hiring freezes, and travel limits. And that included everybody all across the board, including executives. And including a loss of nearly $1.5 billion in the streaming division, causing the company's stock price to drop to a 2-year low.
That's correct.
But I think he's more of a money man and not necessarily an idealist. And unfortunately, you have a lot of, and I can't even say there's money-hungry executives that are just there joining the free ride. But they're more visionaries when it comes to, what's for the future of Disney. What can they happen to offer? The direction that they're going in. All right. It is what it is. But I feel like the CEO or the CFO or whatever the heck they're calling them now, is the person who gives direction to everybody. And unfortunately, I think his direction was that of the difference between him and Bob Iger. Bob Iger is more of a visionary. He set up the road to not fail. And then when Bob Chapek took over, of course, like sinking the ship, brother. But I mean, there's other things that happened to kind of exacerbate everything. So it wasn't, it was the pandemic, man. It's a tough time for everybody. And,
is it? But the question is, Tony, the biggest thing is that, was it really tough for him? Like I don't know, man. You got to put this stuff in your plate. You got to put it in your lap. Say, hey, man.
No, look at the amount of companies that kind of tanked out or gone under.
But the thing is, though, Tony, you had somebody there to help you, but you chose not to get help. So is it really that you tanked out, or you thought you knew what you're doing because you ran the parks and you don't know anything about the digital content or the actual visual content?
I agree to disagree as far as one half. I mean, from the business aspect, there's a lot to be desired as far as the creationary vision of their future. I think Bob Iger had put that in place, but when Bob Chapek took over, of course, that kind of changed along with him as well, and kind of put them in a slow tumble. But there was a lot involved, and I'm not saying that it's, just Bob Chapek's fault. But as soon as Bob Iger gets back in there, he's gonna recreate the vision again and just trying to get everybody to where they need to be.
Get back in there. That man's in there now, Tony. What you talking about?
No, well, no, he is now, but
what you think, JB?
I mean, I'm pretty much on alignment with you. Just creatively, just never was that guy. And that's what, as you said, that's basically what Disney's run on. That's how it survived. That's how it's made its money. It's just living off the creators, supporting the creative, like getting the artistic vision going. And if he's no longer there and we're getting somebody back who knows it, who's helped elevate it to where it was previously, then maybe it's just a step in the right direction. But time will tell.
And I am, if anybody knows, I keep up with a lot of news, and this is probably the most exciting news, versus what happened just today. This is probably the most exciting news that has been coming out, and that has came out. So kudos to that. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. So by the way, guys, let us know what you think. Comment below, let us know if you are excited about Bob Chapek coming in back into the saddle. Also, too, comment below, let us know if what's your thoughts with the individuals that we've had that passed. Like, what's a great moment for you? I would love to read those comments and find out what's what with that there too as well. So, all right, it's about that time to get. It's about that time to get him back reinvested into the storyline. If JB knows what I'm talking about, him and I actually watched the very first prequel short for Marvel's Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns is releasing on December 2nd, right? That's another reason why I'm going to get GameFly, because I can get 2 games for $27. So then I can get Midnight Suns and actually play that, as well as actually get the Turtles and whatever game I actually want. And I can get that, right? So that's why I got to get another, GameFly subscription. But anyways, so we're going to check this out. I want to kind of actually get this before we do this, but after we actually check this out, me and JB just going to give our good, the bad, the uglies when it comes to Black Panther. It's a spoiler conversation. We're going to kind of drop Tony out for a little bit. He hadn't watched it yet, so I don't want to spoil it for him.
Nah, that's okay. Go for it.
All right, cool. So then we're going to give our good, the bad, the ugly spoilers, right? Then from there, we're going to talk a little bit of some other things that I have on the docket. I have 2 shorts of this that we're going to watch. So this is the first part. And then we'll watch the second part later on down the line in the show a little bit, kind of spread some things out, spread some love. You know what I'm saying? But here's a short. Tony, you haven't seen it, have you?
No.
Oh, buddy, you in for a treat. Ain't the right JB?
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
roll.
It's a good one.
Previously on Midnight Suns.
What have you done? Why? I would do anything to protect my child.
Why they look like Mephisto?
As you command. We can't rely on Dr. Strange alone. We'll need to form a team.
I ain't gonna lie. The first character I play with is gonna be Spider-Man. I ain't gonna lie. Why do they look like Scarlet Witch?
Wanda, relax.
Sorry. I don't know if I'm ready.
When the great Agatha Harkness tells me her apprentice is ready, I believe her. So should you.
That's her apprentice?
Now, our first candidate is Ilyana Rasputina,
Agatha
or
Harkness
as she's
is a-
known by the
is a
X-Men,
Magic.
Magic. As a young Russian child, she vanished from her family's farm. She resurfaced as a young adult and ruler of Limbo.
What do we know about her?
Due to her mutant abilities and her age, Ilyana was admitted to Xavier's school.
Is she still with the X-Men?
Not since her graduation.
Why did she leave?
She prefers to work alone.
She sounds promising, but it's not the 18th century. Why recruit someone who's good with a sword?
She's the queen of Limbo. In her hands, it's far more than a sword.
How should I approach her?
That is entirely up to you.
Why do you run from me? I offered you a throne. My only price was obedience. Without me, you are truly alone.
Yet.
Why resist? There are too many.
You cannot contain me. Hi, I'm Wanda. I like your catchphrase. Now, let's see what we're actually dealing with. Looks like you have this covered. I'll make sure none get behind you.
Wolverine just standing there.
Sarah, what are you doing here?
The same as you,
Watching over a youngin'?
and doing my best not to step in.
Ain't easy, but they gotta learn to fend for themselves.
Why are you here? I was looking for you and found all this. I hope I didn't step on your toes.
No. You knew not to fight my battle for me. So what do you want from me?
I don't want anything, but I wouldn't mind someone I could trust to fight beside me. I can explain why, but we should get off the streets. There's a place I'm staying that's safe.
Nowhere is safe. Not from them.
The Abbey is outside of reality as we know it. Whoever those creatures serve won't be able to find you.
You should know. I don't do teams.
Neither do I. That's why you're perfect for my new team.
Looks like someone made a friend. Give my best to Agatha, would you?
All right. That was pretty good, wasn't it, JB?
Heck yeah, they 2 for 2.
How'd you like it, Tony?
The anime looks cool. You know, as far as the show's concerned, I think the game is going to be hot trash, but
Oh,
Given-
Tony. There go Tony again. That's the Tony I know. Okay.
I'm just saying. Turn-based card game.
Turn-based card game. That's not what Midnight Sun's about.
That's what it's gonna be.
That's not another picture show here. Not even the video.
All right. You look at the end and you tell me that it's something different. It looked like a bunch of cards, and it said turn-based card game. Not like I'm making it up on the fly.
It does kind of look like that, though, a little bit. Okay.
It does. And if it is that, oh no.
Guess we're gonna have to wait and see, huh? Find out. We're gonna have to find out. All right, so this is a moment here that we actually get a chance to break down Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, right? Give our good, the bad, the ugly. Unfortunately, Tony still hasn't seen it yet. I know why, right? But JB, right? If you give 30 seconds, give your good, the bad, the ugly, what would it be? By the way, you need to go check out JB's video.
Yes,
he breaks
please
the movie
do.
down. He breaks the video down. He breaks the movie down thoroughly. Right word, thoroughly. Thoroughly. Breaks the movie down with all spoilers, stuff like that. Here, I try to, but there's so many other actually different things going on that we don't really have time to really break it down that much. So just kind of give a brief. JB, give your good, the bad, the ugly. Spoiler away, brother. Give your ugly part first.
Man, I don't think 30 seconds is going to do my thoughts enough, even though I've talked about the movie at this point ad nauseum. But ugly. Ugly. The third act kind of fell flat for me. In terms of all of the emotional messages and that.
The third act is when Shuri got her powers.
When Shuri got her powers and she became Black Panther, the last fight and her just kind of coming in with her Black Panther suit. Okay. It was if you see the review that I put up, the moment where her and M'Baku did that handshake, that was corny. It was corny as hell, and that was the moment where it stopped being like an emotional roller coaster and it became another Marvel film. That was the moment.
Okay.
That's the moment that lost me.
So
the bad. That's my ugly.
Okay.
The bad. Letitia Wright can't carry. She can't. That was my worst fear for this. Outside of next to them confirming T'Challa's death, which I thought could have been worked around. I mean, he's having this illness that will slowly kill him off. Why not put him in stasis? I mean, they did it for Bucky. Anyways, but
that's a very good point.
Letitia Wright, just her going forward as the Black Panther, as the leader of this franchise, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Good, got quite a few goods. One good is the beautiful tributes that they did to Chadwick. That was just spot on, made me emotional. The mid-credit scene really was just that almost got me. I am a hard person to make cry, but that mid-credit scene damn near did it.
By the way, don't stay after. There's no end credit scene, so don't stay after. No waste your time.
But the Talokan was beautiful. I'm not gonna pronounce the guy's name who played Namor, but he was fantastic. Angela Bassett left no crumbs. Queen Mother acted as if she was never gonna act another day in her life again, as if she was never gonna make another cent off of acting if she didn't deliver. She was fantastic, and if she does not win anything, or at least get recognized for her role in this movie, then what are we doing as a society, as a species? She murdered it, completely. I know I'm way past 30 seconds here, but it was just a lot of good that the movie did. it just didn't really feel like a closeout for Phase 4. It just felt like just another movie in the line of what was really felt like an unfocused phase for the MCU. But they did a lot of good things and a lot of positive to come out of this. And this movie had a lot to do, and I think it managed everything it had to do about as well as you could ask for. So yeah, that's my good, bad, ugly for Wakanda Forever.
That was actually pretty good. All right, mine real quick. Okay, so my ugly part is Angela Bassett dying. I hated that. I couldn't stand it. I was very shocked, and it was actually
That felt like a little bit too much, didn't it?
That was like I was that shocked the shit out of me. Like that was one thing I did not see happen. So I was very actually disappointed in that. My bad part of the movie was some of the things that I thought was maybe actually corny. Like so when Shuri got done fighting Namor, they were like Wakanda forever instead of saying in Bombay. It was a different type of raise up to the situation versus just automatically going into Wakanda forever. I might be picky.
You said your Bombay.
No, she was straight to Wakanda forever, like straight into it. Saw it twice. Like there was no.
Yeah, she did say your Bombay. It was weak as hell.
Both it might have been right, but seeing that, I was trying to say, and one of the bad for me is I wish they would kind of let Shuri, instead of coming her own with anger, allow her to kind of actually kind of release some of the anger that she has, and to be more of a light versus a confused individual. But I get it. You lose your brother and then you lose your mother. It's really hard to do that. So I just thought that was kind of a little shaky for me. And so the good part for me, Angela Bassett is the number one thing. She carried this movie from beginning to end until she died. Like she was, if she doesn't win Academy Award for the movie, I don't know what she should win. Right. Riri Williams. I absolutely love that character.
Yes.
I think that Coogler couldn't have written her in this movie any better than he did, and the actor did a phenomenal job with the individual who she is, the comedy, the quick whips, like showing you how she's a college kid, but like the things that she talks about, stuff like that, was absolutely amazing. It encouraged me. Can't wait to see Ironheart. Ryan Coogler's gonna do that too, so that was absolutely great. And the tribute to Chadwick Boseman from beginning to end, keeping the spirit of him in this movie, from Easter eggs to spiritual to spoilers. I thought you couldn't have done that any better than what it did. Because one thing that I don't know if anybody have actually read some spoilers, or saw some videos, but Ryan Coogler talked about as he was writing this script how Chadwick Boseman's hand was like on his shoulder as he was writing it, right? His shoulder of approval. So that's the same thing he talked about. He put into his script when Ma was talking about it, was talking that to Shuri, and Shuri was getting the same thing at that moment that she saw her son, her nephew, right? Before then, right? But this movie couldn't be written any better than what it was. Yes, I understand you have some moments at the end, but you couldn't do I don't know how much you could have done in the type of situation that you had at hand, and I think that it was done to the best of everybody's ability. So overall, I still give that movie an 8 out of 10. Right, 8 out of 10 on my end. What did you give it?
I gave it a 7.5. I gave it a 7.5.
7.5.
Like, I saw it twice, and I feel like the emotional part of it kind of does something for the rating, but if you just take a step back from that, it'll affect how you feel about it, just as a solid narrative from beginning to end. I think that Namor's performance got lost in the sauce of all this. but I feel like Tom is going to be.
I thought his performance was phenomenal.
He was phenomenal. He was definitely good, but I feel like in terms of like the film and as a whole, he did an incredible job. But this film will mainly be remembered as a tribute, at least initially.
Okay, I got you. They take away the name of Namor and what he showed, the actor himself. I got it.
Like we're gonna look back on this film a couple years from now, like when we put some more distance between this and Chadwick Boseman's death, but like, man, he really was amazing in this film.
And I think that's why I hope Kevin Feige gives him his own movie, right? Because they did talk about that, giving Namor his actual own movie, and I hope they do that because he deserves his own movie, or at least his own, Disney special. he deserves, special presentation, right? He deserves one of those too as well, right? So overall, though, yeah, I saw it twice too as well. So
also, Killmonger on the ancestral plane, perfect.
That is the Killmonger that we should have got in the beginning. Like he was big in both and with his dreads. Like you couldn't ask for any better.
Apparently, your hair grows on when you're dead. So
yeah, I don't know how that works, but I get it. All right, so comment below. Let us know what your good, the bad, the ugly war spoiler in the comments. What you want to say. Let us know. This movie's been out for 2 weeks. By the way, it's made over $550 million box office, and it could actually change on that too as well. So get excited for that there too on that. All right, Tony, you ready to talk, man? I think
I'm ready now. I'm good. No, I'm good.
Tony said he's good. All right, so I still don't know when he's going to watch this movie, though. It's going to be pretty interesting when he does. All right, so speaking about, changing attitudes and doing things different, Sony and Amazon made an announcement. They announced that they've created a partnership with Amazon and going to create a Spider-Man universe through TV. The first character that they're going to use, as you see, is Silk. So they're going to do a live-action series of Silk. It's going to be directed. Actually, the person who's going to be behind this it's going to be called Silk Spider Society. Angela Kang of the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse fame has been attached to this. So she's going to be one of the project showrunners for this too as well. Also to the guy who created Walking Dead is also going to be attached to this too as well. So this announcement here is that they're going to start with Silk and going to build out from this too as well. Amy Pastel, Phil Lord, that's the person that she did Walking Dead. Chris Miller, Sony recent live-action animated and reimagined the Spider-Man franchise, has represented some of the most dynamic superhero storylines of the film. Jennifer Sleek, head of Amazon Studios, said, together with Angela Kang's creative vision, we couldn't be more pleased to bring Silk Spider Society to our MGM Plus and Prime Video customers. So they MGM about to come out MGM Plus. Interesting. Everybody want to put the plus in there after Disney Plus. So Tony, what do you think about having Silk Spider Society live action on the main screen?
In all honesty, I don't know a lot about the Silk character.
I'll tell you in a second.
I was about to say I can give you a little.
There you go.
Give you a little background. Go ahead, JB.
Silk basically was bitten by the same spider as Peter Parker was,
but the opposite of Peter Parker.
What is it? It's the same spider.
No. That's JB. I was saying the opposite. She's the opposite of Peter Parker.
Oh yeah, but she has very similar powers. Different person with those powers, so different set of trauma and problems and responsibilities that she has to deal with. But the key thing is with her and Peter, due to being bitten by the same spider, have a pheromone issue with one another. So they see each other, they get around each other, they got to get in it. They have trouble doing that. Yeah. So that was an issue between their personal lives, their hero lives, and she eventually had to leave and skip town to get away from him, so she can, not be distracted by, the call of the booty.
Also, too, is that she also went through. She was in jail. She had nobody who loves her. She
except for Peter, apparently.
Yeah, before she met Peter, but more on the basis of she really didn't have a positive lifestyle. She came from more of a bad lifestyle. So she's more of
did they ever,
what I would
I'm
put
sorry,
in. She's more of a.
For 1 second. Did they ever put in the comic book Peter Silk Eater?
Wow.
She is more when Tony's being funny. She is more of the I would say more of an anti-hero type situation than anything, to where like
she's learning.
She was learning how to actually be on the positive side. So I think it's really cool about the situation though, Tony, is that with Amazon, the people who actually, because Lord also brought you The Boys. You also have Invincible. All this stuff comes from Sony, right? So I think having this, we might get a more of a TVMA type Spider-Man scene where it's a little more gorier than normal, right? So things might be a little more tough than you will get in the Marvel stuff. Might get this on this spectrum, right? So what do you think, JB, about Silk coming to more of a TVMA in Amazon than it would anywhere else?
I mean, that fits the character, and as long as it's done well, and as long as you have like Disney, Marvel's side of the things having an involvement in it, there's no reason not to have any faith in it.
As long as you have who and who?
Disney and Marvel involved.
Not involved at all.
Not involved at all?
Not involved.
What's the partnership? Who's the partnership with Sony and who?
Amazon.
Oh, hell. Never mind. Delay everything I just said. I went from being cautiously optimistic to just pessimistic now. Never mind.
Look, but listen, anybody who loves The Boys should love this. Anybody who loved Invincible should love this.
Yeah,
right? In theory, right? Because nobody knew who Invincible was, and they didn't really think that was going to succeed, but it did well. Nobody knew The Boys were going to do well either, and it did well too. So ultimately, I think that it's going to be a positive thing.
Glenn, Tony, ain't Glenn adorable when he's positive like this?
Look, it's a loaded question.
Hey, it should work. It should work.
No, you know what? It's spider related, which is okay.
Now look. Let me give you one thing that I'm very troubled by. Okay, you're trying to create this Spider-Verse on. You're trying to create this Spider-Verse on TV. What the hell are you gonna do with Morbius? What the hell are you gonna do with Crane? What the hell are you gonna try to do with Vulture? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they, Spider-Man himself, Tom Holland, is going to be part of the MCU, right? So then, are you going to try to bring in Morales? Because supposedly he got bit by the same spider too, right? Or was it a different one?
Different spider. Wait a second.
Different spider, different universe, right?
Huh?
Wait a second. No. Time out. He got bit by the same spider too.
Yeah, Morales.
Man, that spider was making the rounds. Wow.
Yeah, he got bit by the same spider as well, right?
Yeah, nobody played squashy at any point in time.
You can't squash something. You get knocked out after getting bit.
That spider is a menace. Just go ahead and biting people all willy-nilly and bouncing. Yeah,
he like Truck Coon. Anybody know Truck Coon out there from the anime fans? You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
But yeah. So that's the thing. So are they going to? How are they going to present this? And then you have Venom. You know what I'm saying? So, like, are they going to combine these characters in this type of live action? Are they going to leave these characters and, like, because Crane, I ain't gonna lie, that's gonna be a shitty movie. Like, I'm gonna go watch it, but it's gonna be a shitty movie. Like, I don't even think it's gonna be good at all. Just like Morbius, I called that shit. That shit was garbage, right? Venom 2 was really good. Venom 1 was good, right?
Was it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it, right? Baby daddy problems, you know what I'm saying? Venom 2. But anyways, it's the fact of the matter is that what are you going to do with all these other characters you put in the movie theater, right? Are you going to transition them to the TV series? Like, what does that look like? Then you have Andrew Garfield. Then you have Tobey Maguire. Like, who is going to be her Peter Parker to her Silk? Is Miles Morales coming? Right? That's the thing, right? So that's my whole situation. Like, how they going to build? Like, is this going to be a one and done type situation, kind of like Gotham Knights? You know what I mean? Is it gonna be a one and done type situation because they just fail epically, or what?
They don't know.
Tony, you got anything you want to add, brother?
I think it's going to be a dicey situation, to be honest. I mean, everything that they're trying to do with Sony Entertainment is not necessarily blown up in their faces, but if it's not Marvel related or with Marvel hands at least touching it in some way, I think they're kind of doomed.
They should sell Spider-Man, right? Just sell it. Just give it
Not
back
even
to
just sell them off. I mean, you know, if you want to get your hands wet, you got to dip your finger in the water.
Hit the tub.
Hit the tub.
we gonna see. JB, got anything else you want to add about Silk?
Yeah, I don't want to say it might suck, but it's probably gonna suck now.
All because of that one thing? I hear you.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
It's a big thing. All right, comment below. Let us know what your thoughts are. Do you think it's going to suck? How well you actually think it's going to do? We really want to know your thoughts about it because I'm curious on what people actually think. Is it going to be something good or something bad? So can't wait to hear your thoughts. Comment below. Let us know. All right, cool. So next thing we're going to talk about is GOTG Holiday Special. That just sounds so weird saying it that way, didn't it? But it's the truth.
I'm glad you said it.
I was trying to read an article actually about the Kang Dynasty plot and new Avengers team leaked, apparently.
You send it over. If it's not one of them, your screen culture, which makes fake trailers. So anybody watching anything on screen culture, don't come back and say, "Oh, I saw the XYZ trailer." Make sure you read the description. All that stuff is fan made. Okay, just putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? Just putting it out there.
It's from BGR, so I don't really know who they are.
I have no clue. DGR.
BGR.
Oh, BGR?
Yeah.
We'll check it out in a minute. All right, so we got the new featurette trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. This comes out in November 25th. Who's excited? Tony, you excited about this?
Not really.
You're not excited about the newest Marvel character in the Marvel universe, Kevin Conroy?
'Twas night before Christmas, on a set lit so bright, a director was planning an awesome delight to make a Marvel special with some holiday fun. That man was none other than director James Gunn.
It is the very first thing ever conceived from Marvel Studios for Disney+.
It's a fantastic story, vomited from the brain of a mad genius.
Action! On the set of Volume 2, James Gunn said, we should do a holiday special.
Merry Christmas!
We all had a laugh. We thought that would be great. And then they wrote it like 3 days.
Santa is a furry freak.
The holiday special, it's like awesome. This has been a real joyful shoot because I get to work with a lot of people I really love.
What Christmas is when Christmas time is here.
I think audiences are really going to be excited. It's probably going to be played every year for the rest of our lives.
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon, the newest character, Kevin Bacon.
That's a Christmas present.
Christmas is when Christmas time is here.
Well, guys, we got some.
Oh, Kevin Bacon.
It looks cutesy. It's a very cutesy movie.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, very low stakes, very just self-contained.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
You okay with it?
Is it something you can take seriously? No.
Absolutely not.
It'll be all right.
It'll be okay. You're not going to enjoy it? No, I'm kidding. Like, I like Christmas special, so I think it's going to be really good. Even though you guys don't know, like a Christmas Carol came back, they rebooted it.
Well, did you happen to see? And not to veer off topic too much, but did you see where James Gunn is actually going to be the main caretaker of all DCEU movies.
Actually, it's not called DCEU no more. It's actually called DC Universe.
Well, whatever they're going to call it, he's going to be in charge of DC movies going forward. So
yes, yeah, DC Universe is actually what it's called. Right?
DC Universe. There you go. DCU.
Mm-hmm. Yep, part of the DC Studios. Yes, I have actually heard that. He finishes this and we're good to go. JB, what you excited about the holiday special?
I mean, it's a thing inside of a thing that's doing another thing. It's whatever.
Yep.
A thing with a thing that's doing another thing.
Things.
All right, well, comment let us know how you like this thing. If the holiday special is going to be good for you in this thing, let us know. Comment below, let us know. By the way, let's talk about this other thing. Chris Hemsworth he's going to stop acting. He's going to do one more Thor movie, and that might be it. You know, that's from a conversation he's had with another outlet that he's supposedly saying he's going to get killed or something to that nature, right? All because he has an illness. The illness that he has is one that messes with the brain, your short term, your long term memory, to where he doesn't remember people after he meet them the first time, and he's gone through that a couple different times supposedly, and so that's the reason why he's actually not going to. That's why he's going to work on his health versus like Alzheimer's. That's what he's going to work on his health versus actually acting or doing anything else from Thor as well as Kang Dynasty. Don't even forget about that one. What you think about JB? The fact of we're not going to have your Thor anymore, bro.
Oh man, that's this is the first time I'm hearing that. That's super unfortunate that he. Dang. I mean, he's been a fantastic man. He's been fantastic this entire time, despite like the questionable writing decisions around him as Thor. But he, I don't know. This is more serious than acting. This is more serious than Marvel. I hope that he recovers and he gets all the bit of help and support that he needs to get past this and to beat this. And not even just, as a fan, but just, from one human to another. I just hope he beats it.
I'll kind of give you a little feedback on it. The major story comes from Limitless. It gives him more details about what he's doing, and that's where a lot of people got this article from, that he is he's going to stop acting because of his health. Tony, what you think, brother? I know you talked about he has beef with Taika Waititi, but that's not.
I think not necessarily that it's beef. I think he's got some stuff going on where it just happens to be where he's at a time in his acting life where not necessarily what is he known for, because he's been thrown in on a lot of movies and he's been doing a lot of stuff lately. A real lot.
What is he known for?
Yeah.
Extreme movies.
Well, he's known for Thor. Thor in general.
With only like action, not really no story, just extreme movies. That's what he's known for.
Of course. Now, is it unfortunate, that you're known for only one thing? I mean, the dude's, and not to say he's a beefcake, he's eye candy, he is what the ladies want. But on the forefront, I mean, he plays a great Thor character, fantastic Thor character, and I think when you're 4 movies in, or actually 6 movies in, I'm sorry,
that's 7.
Actually 6 movies, 7. Jesus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What?
He was in every Avengers movie.
Yep.
So it's 4 Avengers. So
how many movies he done? He's done 3 Thors. He's done every Virgin movie. That was 4 of those. Avengers, Age of Ultron, Infinity War.
And he's going to be in Guardians, right?
And he was in Guardian. He was in. No, he's not going to be in Guardians. Not this one because they let him off this ship. So he's not going to be in Guardians at all. Because that's how they threw that off, so he don't have to be in there. But he's been in 7 Marvel movies so far.
7 Marvel movies.
Because he was in both. He was in both Avengers movie, Endgame, Infinity War, the first Avengers movie, Age of Ultron, plus his own 4 outings. So yeah, that's 8.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a lot of movies. A lot of movies playing just one particular character.
And he's been directed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different directors in 8 movies.
Directors, yeah.
2 of them were the same.
I mean, he does have say. He does have a little bit of sway as well. It's hard, man, and I get it. Like you're as an actor, you get very, very drowned out in your movie. You get very typecast, and all that fun stuff. But I don't know. I think he's at a time where he's already banked his money. He needs to spend time with his family, and he's just going to call it quits at some point in time. I feel like now is a really good point at the top of his career.
Are you saying that he's using this illness as an excuse?
No, I think he's using his illness as a time to get out while you're still on top.
Oh, okay. I don't know, man. I think Chris Hemsworth he still wants to act. I think he enjoys the adrenaline, enjoys doing what he needs to do. So I think he still want to act, but I get it 100%. Comment below, let us know, you guys out there, the fans actually listen and watch the show, on what's your thoughts about him actually, stop playing Thor. We got him probably 2 more movies and that's it. Probably 3. No, he might die in Dane and Kang Dynasty. Yeah, that's a possibility.
I think in this you definitely recast him.
Or I think at the basis of they shouldn't kill him off, but I think he should go run. Well, he doesn't have Asgard like you would in the comics.
I mean, do you go with a Beta Ray? Do you go with
Of course, they're gonna. In 9 times 10, they're going to replace it with Beta Ray in the process. Like you can't just have no Thor. Like you're gonna have to replace him with Beta Ray Bill. Like you got to replace with Beta Ray Bill. You need a guide. They need a guide to do what they need to do, and what other guide are they going to have to be able to do that? That's the crazy question. I mean, you replace him in the comics, so and then you can't use Almighty Thor. So she is in the what's it called? The what land is she's in?
Valhalla.
Valhalla. Yeah. So unless they bring her back, very well possibility we have Almighty Thor. So we got to see exactly how they play that out. I'm excited because it's always cool seeing people's exits. Now, but I'm sad though. I mean, that's the last of the OG. You know what I'm saying? Because you had
Hulk's still around.
Iron Man. You had Hulk. Yeah, Hulk is still around. But you had Iron Man, Hulk, and then you had Captain America, and then Thor. And you can't forget that ionic moment when they were in the forest and you saw 3 of them standing and staring themselves down, right? When trying to get Loki. You know what I'm saying? Like that was all. That's probably one of the best movies of the movie, huh?
Legendary moment.
Legendary moment. All right. Comment below, let us know what you think and what's your thoughts on that. All right, one last topic, then we good to go. Oh man, I did all this under an hour. Actually, no.
What?
No, we're over an hour.
A little over an hour.
Yeah, a little over an hour, right?
Still record time.
It is. We got one more thing we need to do. Watch this actual last short here, because me and JB were invested, and so we got to finish out through this here.
Are you invested?
We're vested, brother. We're vested. You know what I'm saying? We're vested in the goodness of this, right?
Suited and booted when he says vested.
Make it a good one.
Make it a good one. All right, let's roll. Well, where is it? Here we go. There you go. Probably gonna speed by some of this intro part because we've seen enough of it already.
As you command. We can't rely on Dr. Strange alone. We'll need to form a team. Our first candidate is Ilyana Rasputina, or as she's known by the X-Men, Magic.
How should I approach her?
That is entirely up to you.
Hi, I'm Wanda.
You should know. I don't do teams.
Neither do I. That's why you're perfect for my new team.
Oh, now they friends.
Yeah, to skip at it. I wish I had like Netflix skip.
Hey, Gabe. It's your big bro. So, I'm gonna have to work late tonight. I was delayed on my way in.
Ghost Rider.
Hey, heard about a car like yours in this, neighborhood.
Yeah?
Look very similar. But the one I'm talking about, the whole thing was on fire.
Uh-huh.
Thing is, it ran some friends of mine off the road. Oh yeah, put them in the hospital.
Sorry, man. Haven't seen any burning cars.
Why don't we change that?
Gabe. I got into a fight. I know. We should never go looking for them. But sometimes, little brother, the fight comes to you.
Go!
Wow.
Your turn to burn.
Oh, Gabe. I am the worst role model. Dinner's in the fridge. Don't forget to charge your chair. And if you do your homework before I get there, I might be willing to share a bowl of double chocolate fudge. Love you, Gabe.
Save your strength, Robbie. You'll need it for the fight ahead.
I told you, I wasn't interested.
And I told you I'd be back with a friend.
Hey, Magic.
Whoa. Is she one of the X-Men?
Yes, she is. I want you to know just how serious my offer is.
No, my brother needs me.
Don't you want your brother to learn who you really are? To see you, both parts of you? To know you fought for what truly matters.
I'm no hero.
I'm not looking for a hero. I need a midnight sun.
Roll credits.
So Agatha Harkness has taken all of that and using it in her.
All right, we getting invested. Tony says it's a rolling game. We're gonna wait and see, but that looked really good. I like the Robert. What is the Robbie Ramirez?
Robbie Reyes.
Robbie Reyes, yeah. So you like that, Tony, or no? You still like?
I think the show's great. That video game is going to be something else.
What about you, JB? You good?
I don't understand why if you think that a guy is a flaming head devil guy that ran you off the road, why would you go antagonize that person?
Oh, no, that's some stupid shit, right?
That's what dudes do in the comics. All right, comment below. Let us know what you think about these. A couple extra, get a chance to meet Magic, Ghost Rider, Reyes, Robbie Reyes. Comment below. Let us know your thoughts. Lastly, before we go, everybody knows Daredevil is actually being rebooted with Born Again, right? Well, guess what? Yeah. The actress that plays Karen is not coming back.
Deborah Ann Wool.
Deborah Ann Wool is now. He is going to get a brand new love. So, Tony, what you think about Daredevil? Karen, the actor who plays Karen,
I find that some poo-poo, man, because I liked her character. I like the actress.
They're rebooted it, Tony. They rebooted it, brother.
No, I know, but I don't. See, and this is the thing with them having him go on to with Tatiana on the She-Hulk Express.
She-Hulk? Yes,
Man, that throws a whole, not to say a whole new wrench into the dichotomy that was with him and Deborah Ann Wool as far as that whole situation was concerned. Because it was something that they kind of put to rest, excuse me, even in the original series.
Yeah.
Because, she wasn't, not to say that she wasn't interested in him in the end, but, I mean, there's a lot going on, even said with that. So, man, it's hard because you see a great character, you see great development, and then you don't get a callback as far as something that's going to be fantastic for the series. The chemical balance is there, and you find the connectivity with another actor or actress, and you get stomped on. And unfortunately, I think it's going to be just that. Unfortunately, where you have that on-screen chemical balance, and then it's not there anymore.
Right.
Sadness ensues.
JB, what you think, brother?
Well, I mean, Karen has a habit of dying in the comics, so that could be a thing.
That's what I was thinking. Like, she could come back, and they bring her back, and they actually bring the real Karen, the drunk, and all that stuff back in action. But go ahead.
But I mean, they could do that, but if you're gonna commit to it, then what you need to do.
Yeah.
Tony seems so depressed about it.
I love her.
She was really good.
She's so freaking adorable. She's adorable.
Yeah, totes adorable.
She is my Marvel crush right there.
Ah, there it is.
That's the Marvel crush. Listen, but at the end of the day, I think
Brad Bull, I am now available for you.
Look, I hope they do her right this time, and I hope they do bring her back to do her right. So we'll see. It's just a matter of time.
She wasn't done wrong.
Right.
She wasn't a junk anyways, we'll talk about that later. But that's the show there, people. We have completed it in a timely manner. Not like we used to back in the day. It'll take an hour and 50 minutes or something like that. Nope.
Back in the day, 3 weeks ago?
I know, right? Back in the day. But listen, we'll be back. Tony, how can they find you, brother?
You can find me at Tony Kaz, the Pod Guys podcast every Monday night. We're all over the place, everywhere you can stream your lovely podcast epiphanies. The Pod Guys podcast.
JB.
Yes, sir. You can find me at JB versus the World. It's written on my nameplate right there. At Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. And if you want to argue with me, I'm down for it. You just got to find me on JBV the World on Twitter because Versus was just too long for it. Also, look out for, I'm super late on these, but as I mentioned earlier in the show, I was sick. But I do have my my House of the Dragon review and my She-Hulk review up. We'll have SS Blaze from Instagram on it. If you don't know him, he's got over 1 million followers on TikTok. Cool guy. But yeah, all that stuff is going to be up on YouTube this week.
Hey, get it done, JB. All right, listen, guys, you're going to check out another video. We actually going to have the video we had at Art Wide Party is going to be uploaded, as well as probably some shorts from that too. And on top of that, you're also going to have the big grand opening event that actually happened. We're going to have some reels and stuff like that for it too as well. Stay tuned to that. We do this show every Sunday through Saturday, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, right here on the CNA Live Show page, as well as you do specific shows like this was called It's All the MCU, and we do Anime Time every Wednesday night at 9 p.m., 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. By the way, this week's show for Anime Time should be broadcast in our CNA group as well as our Discord, and it was going to be go live in a pre-recorded one on Wednesday, which is the day before Thanksgiving, just because, you know, I want to give the guys a little break, right? And then for this show, I don't know if you guys up for it, we could do it, but if you're not, if you want to take a little break after eating all the cakes and dressing and turkey and all the ham and whatnot, then we can take a break. But you guys let me know, all right? But that's the show, man. And two, we get a chance to review Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special for Sunday, because it comes out November 25th or November 24th. One of those days.
Somewhere
around
there.
Right. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm throwing 2 fingers, but you can't see me. So, say la vie. There you go, Tony. Appreciate that, Vanna White.
Complete nerve authority.